Night Pacts, collaboration with Soldier Blue and Captain White. Walking down broken porticos, trailing footsteps of ash, the remains of a silken manse for the gathering, the silent pirouettes of chosen language, spoken with the dream sequence of hidden vowels, and diphthongs sun-dried, reptilian, the scales of slow-moving eons that flux and reside within the skin, a DNA dye that has no ties to birth, only the songs that syncopate the elder structures of ancient breath, smoke, and flame, the scent of charred wood, an echo to the sandaled footsteps no longer heard. And so we move between midnight and moonglow and the inevitable sunrise to the fired circles of embers and the next gathering of rot-gut stories to be told between gestations of the stories already known.
Walking the grottos, an empty dream touched by tired hands, and the mead is bitter, rotted in the skins of yesterdays that passed away when we blinked. And the twilight moves in smoke from the pyres, the unconscious memories, the dead walking on the dark of the night skies. They watch us, we who still have pulsing heartbeats, and the space between us is a breath. Winding our way through Leviathan shifts, we dance in circles of remembering, intuiting our ending times. The smoke rises higher, carrying the meandering bones, heavy laden in the darkness. They call us to the next step, drums in the background like thunder, a heartbeat calling to us from beyond the veils of another time. Bones click.
In the jet corners where the shadows collect, consoling themselves with the words they were once imbued with, as the night chambers are laid bare and the wicks of golden candle thought are trimmed to make for the clarity and the hum of membrane wings and the sight of remembered mint green, black and red dragonflies. Insect chatter from the desert winds invades the dark of the night highway as we camp before the Pyrrhic petroglyphs we left here at this marker last time we were here. The soft-woven memories embroider our boots as we slip them off and tie the bamboo wind chimes to the soft sighs that string the connections we make between limbs and mind's eyes. The innerscapes where we transfer scraps of fet clothing into trade for the familiar sounds of home, as we dip our mouths into the distance and watch the strains transmute into stains into azure dreaming as Coyote takes a drag off his favorite tobacco pipes, skirling a tune from the lathe of his creation, the wood that was made by root and glacier-fed seeds of far seeing and dream. And we wake to pack and see whom we will meet at the next way station, suffering a smile as they grind their cacao in anticipation of the words and imagests of which will be spoken.
Touching the clouds with unwashed hands, the trail of dreams, celestial beings weeping tears of blood, and we await the profusion of our dream lives. The sound festival stalks the backgrounds, while we always move and juxtapose at crucial moments. We mark the hands of strangers with a sideways brush, not realizing that we are carrying essence of the atmosphere in our pockets, unaware of the implications. Raining down in sheets of fire, the resolve to dominance consumes, exhuming the past lights, underestimating one another, and the call to something higher. We walk on railroad ties, picking up stones and watching the faces change, waiting for the next prospect, in gilded cages self-constructed, dissolving to endings we did not plan.
And so, as we pack and make pact with one another and lend our waters to the sky, as we wash ourselves through the filter of an empty sky. We wake at the next crossing to see what the hour's weave has caught, the motes of golden seeming, the lights that dance between mist and the beams of errant fireflies, the horizon lines layered with the gesticulations of white clay and oil-spelt ash, a sienna burn upon the earth, as the pipes skirl a tune that hasn't been for an age. The notes hidden in the dusting jackets where they've been kept for just such an occasion are pulled back into existence as the smoke reaches pinnacle and the scent is the taste of a sacred rain. As into the darkness move the dromedaries of another moment, when the heat wavers upon the edge of a hand and the eye wanders upon a vista unimagined, as vapor trails reach forth to encapsulate the vestige of colors left upon a celestial breeze, the chatter of an empty face morphs to be the heart of a sylvan coiffed mirror, the patina of someone's cares, the ones they choose to recall, as catalyst bones triangulate the quadrants of a physics only mastered in the resin-ingested sleeps of oblivious intonations of soul wandering, the maunderings of purported grace betwixt the glittering plains of razor rock sheens of first earth, and the mesa strata that slips back into constant recall of creation. And so the yes becomes a confirmation of ghosting paths and rebirth into the engines of biology that require no fuels nor fumes except for the plush of other days in rehash, making for good color pigments of imagination. As the spirits descend, as the elementals transcend, as the magics make refracted light twist and bend to their overtures of voluminous bolts of tapestry, and the sounds of small rooms with black lights and blue neon, and the cigarette-burnt venues that smell of swamp in the afterlife of solid ground, where songs were the heat of soul instead of the disk of replay, where the winds still carry the melancholy of night fires, do we sit and fashion gold thread, the veins of silver and turquoise to pour in sweet liquid stance upon the cracks and pottery chips life has made of us, so that in the shine of an eastern glow, the stories gather their own weight, and we with them become the promise of a new day, immortal bone, the eternal grace of another moment when we can stand, pack, and renew the pacts of the face of Grandmother Moon, of weft-woven cloak, of bower lights, and the love that collects in the sweet waters of the coming dawn. Yea, we are the wandering ones of the day and the night, the starlit songs that you may remember.
So we wipe the ash from the cremation grounds upon our foreheads, remembering the dust from which we came, the waters filled with tortoise-shell, consumption of leftover minutiae that made the days walkable, sitting together and stringing together the memories of what was left behind, the burst of clouds deconstructing our conjectures, reconstructing our fresh corridors, untwining the vines of yesterdays, and tossing the remains upon brackish waters, and the houses we built on soft sand lean inward, window panes like eyes, staring at us with expectation, unfettered. We roam, knowing the inner landscapes marked by starlit diagrams that were laid down before the foundation of all things, and the alchemical chalices bend the universe to tomorrows stylized to fit the daydreams of wild birds taking flight upon notions of wonder. Those pejorative connotations written upon the closed doors in the clouds are ours to reshuffle. Plating the colors we please, we sing on spider wet, threading new songs of tomorrows. Perceptions and realities shift and change as our only certainty. Old whiskey stains sustain the runners, a stench that recoils as we open the gateways, striking inquisitive posture. Carbine engines cease to rule the nights, and the quintessential building blocks of essence restructure as we soar upon the sacred. The ancient principles and the serpent raises the caduceus. Light rises, we rise with it, ascending to forevers untouched, creating our own new horizon lines.
The night becomes the stage of troubadours in ragged royal dress, and so we sit in the chosen velvets of purples we have taken for the night, as we feed supine the lupine pack at our feet, and the bones of stories carry the seeds of future feasts, as rise to the moment and make the path of the sacred our way unto home, as we walk to the rims of shadow and the heralds that denote the archways of speaking river stones. Neath the dust of lean wings and ravens' dreams, and the songs old crows yet sing, the night upon the ghosting road.